Hi students, I am Pavan, your science master. Today I would like to speak to 6th standard students. Students, I want you to recollect the points that what we talked in the previous class. Yeah, let me write the points that what we have talked in the previous class. We have talked about sources of water and forms of water. See students, forms of water. How many forms available in water? Is available in 3 forms. One is solid, liquid and gaseous. Students, I want you to understand here, the water is available in 3 forms. Let me write it in an equation form. I want to write, let me extend this matter in this video. I want to write solid, what is this? Ice can be changed into water and water can be changed into gas. What is this? Liquid. Sorry, let me write liquid here, water here. Okay, solid, liquid, gases, ice, water and water vapor. Okay, please remember this. See, the arrow mark indicates what? Solid can be converted into liquid, that means ice can be converted into water, and liquid can be converted into gas, that means water can be converted into water vapor. Okay students, you please try to understand what I am going to tell you. Do you know liquid can also be converted into solid? Okay, and again gas can also be converted into liquid. Do you know that? Yes, ice can be converted into water, yes, and again water can be converted into ice. Yeah, water can be converted into water vapor and water vapor can also be converted into water. See this, here you can understand there is a process of conversion. That conversion is in a cyclic process. Which process? That's in cyclic process. You know, ice can be converted into water, water can be converted into water vapor, again water vapor can be converted into water, water can be converted into ice. Okay students, if you understand this, you know, you will be able to understand where do we get rains from, how do we get rains from. Okay, understood students? Here I wanted to give you an illustration. If you are if you want to dry the wet clothes, where do you keep the wet clothes? You keep in sunlight. Okay, and after some time the clothes get dried. Actually the clothes are wet means what is present in the clothes? Water is present in that clothes. Okay, if you are drying the clothes means what happens? The water present in the clothes, after some time if you keep the wet clothes in sun, after some time what will you see? The water in the clothes will get disappear. Where will it go? It will go into the air. Okay, the moving air, if you hang the clothes on a rope, The moving air frequently touches the clothes and carries that water, water present in the clothes, into the air. Okay, students, makes the water into small droplets, and that water droplets are carried into air, and that remains as water vapor in the air. Okay, students. Yeah, can you give a technical term for this process? Conversion of water into small droplets vapor. What do we call this process? That's right. What do we call? Just think of conversion of water into vapor. Can you say the name? Conversion of water into vapor. Water is a very big water drop. The big water drop is broken into small droplets. Okay, right? That droplets of water is nothing but vapor, which is in gaseous form. This is in liquid form. So, conversion of water into vapor, this process is called evaporation. What do we call this process? Evaporation. Evaporation is nothing but conversion of water into vapor is called as evaporation. Okay, students. In the previous class, I have given an explanation about converting water into vapor. Take small quantity of water in a bowl and boil it, and after some time water converts into small droplets, and that droplets escape from the bowl, remain in the air as vapor. This process is called evaporation. Students, you just think what are the situations that you can understand about evaporation. Yes, boiling of water, drying of clothes, and think about other examples that you have, that. Okay, you think about them. Next, this is about evaporation process, and you need to understand how this process is connected to the lesson rain. Where does it come from? How is this definition of evaporation related to this lesson? Rain, where does it come from? Students, I already taught you sources of water. Of course, we talked about the process of converting water into water vapor on boiling of the water. The sources of the water on the earth: oceans, rivers, seas, reservoirs, lakes, etc. This water will also get boiled. Do you think someone is boiling the water? It's a natural process. How this natural process takes place? The sunlight, when it's hot, the water bodies, the surface water bodies get heated, and then that becomes very small water droplets and escape into the atmosphere. Okay, like this process is connected to the lesson. Evaporation process is there in the atmosphere. Evaporation is natural process in the atmosphere. Students, atmosphere, how evaporation takes place, you try to understand. See, the big water bodies get heated during hot summer. The water gets evaporated during hot summer. The surface water becomes small water droplets and escape into the air that remains as gas or drop water vapor. So, this process is called evaporation. This process is called what? Evaporation. Okay, and only evaporation is not enough to get rains. The evaporated water remains in the atmosphere in the form of gas, in the form of clouds. Okay, all the places from where the water is evaporated, that water droplets meet in the atmosphere and they come close and they become like a very big water vapor. What is that very big water vapor? Clouds, right? The big water vapor is nothing but cloud. See, students, the water evaporated, in the process of evaporation, the evaporation takes place from different water bodies. Okay, water bodies on earth, but the water bodies from different regions of the earth, the water evaporation takes place from different regions of the earth, and the vapor remains in the atmosphere. The vapor in the atmosphere becomes cloud. Okay, the clouds that we see in the sky are nothing but water vapor. Students, it seems little amazing, right? But this is the natural process taking place. You may not understand by simply observing. I am explaining very clearly, you try to understand. Okay, students, and after the clouds are formed, how do clouds form? Here you need to understand how clouds are formed. Students, you understood about evaporation, right? How clouds are formed? Clouds are formed when a big water bodies get evaporated. The vapor droplets join together and form like a cloud. Okay, who joins together? Who joins together? Droplets. Droplets, droplets join together and form like a cloud. Okay, students, and you understood in this video what is evaporation and how clouds are formed. Okay, this is the concept for this video, and the questions related to this video will be given in the description box, you click on the link which is right below this video, and you please answer to those questions, and you will get points for your answers. Okay students, one question carries 1 point, that you don't forget. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you one and all.